What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. What's the Chris Brown song? I just want to see you strip right now, cause it's Miguel Cotto, lineal middleweight champion, it was just announced today. The WBC has stripped him of the belt that he owns or did own from them, and he got that off the Sergio Martinez fight. Now, I want to talk about it, give you guys some of the backstory and the insight. So, from what I understand, he got stripped because there was a lack of clarity as far as if he was going to face Gennady Golovkin, his mandatory, if he were to get past Saul Canelo Alvarez. In addition to that, they're saying that there's a $300,000 sanctioning fee, which all the belt holders have to pay some percentage or whatever. And he refused to pay it, or he didn't pay it by the deadline. As a result, they said, you don't want to cooperate with our rules that are in place, we got to strip you. Now, this is the thing. The thing with all these organizations, the people who are in charge, the WBO, WBC, etc., there's a lot of lack of consistency. That's my biggest problem with it. There's too many belts in boxing to begin with. In addition to that, there's a lack of consistency. They kind of pick and choose. Some people have belts and they hold them for like eons and eternities, and nothing happens to them. So I do think some of this is political, because out of all this whole build up of the fight, you wait 4 days before the actual fight and then announce it that, and you know what I'm saying, that you're relinquishing him of his belt and his title with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is a bit of a statement that they're trying to make or whatever. My personal thoughts, I mean, it's weird that, like I said, the timing is weird, but rules are rules. I just wish they would enforce them more consistently throughout. And the other thing is, you got to kind of blame Team Cotto or Cotto for it too, because if you know the rules, it's kind of like a backdoor way of not fighting Gennady Golovkin, if you think about it. There's a lot of slick things that fighters do to make it appear like they're open to the idea of fighting someone, but based on their actions, like they say, actions speak louder than words. So the fact that the comments you made leading up made me believe that you want no parts of Gennady Golovkin, because he's like, I've been a champion and I've trained, and who is he, and he has to build up. He was doing all that business A-side talk, like, who is Gennady Golovkin, and the title doesn't make me, and he was saying all that stuff. So when you put messages out there like that, then the WBC or whatever organization is probably more inclined, like, damn, he's trying to call our bluff. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying a title doesn't define him, and no one's gonna put the pressure to him. So it's kind of like you're challenging the organizations at that rate. You know what I'm saying? He's made statements. I remember, I forgot whose video it was, but there's a video on YouTube recently, and it's like a Miguel Cotto media day, and someone asked a brief Gennady Golovkin question, and his PR person or whatever jumped in like, oh, we already said he's not answering those types of questions. Next question. And they didn't even allow Cotto to respond to a Triple G question. So to me, that already lets you know what time it is. Cotto's not a real middleweight. He was flexing up there. He did the Sergio thing. I told you guys from the jump, and people say, oh, you hate on Cotto, you hate on the legend, you hate Puerto Ricans, you hate just all types of dumb stuff. Look at my old videos. Told you, Cotto didn't want no parts of Triple G, and that's his choice, that's his career, that's his legacy. He already has a great resume. However, I told you, you did the deed, you did the damn thing versus Sergio Martinez. You should have did that and then immediately dropped back down to 54 where you're more comfortable. Obviously, Cotto, like we all know, he's not the biggest guy. You know what I mean? Guys like David Lemieux rehydrate to 170, and you got Cotto at the weighing under catch weights. You know what I'm saying? Weighing 153 and 155 and stuff like that. So to me, if you already set the history with Sergio Martinez, like I said, check for consistency. Check my old Cotto Triple G videos where I was talking about it. I specifically said, after beating Sergio Martinez, you should have dropped back down instead of holding on, because you have a bullseye on your back when you hold on to a piece of hardware that other people who are hungry in that division want. Peter Quillen or Triple G or David Lemieux, whoever the person is, you have the bullseye on your back. So if you don't belong in that division and you somehow beat the guy who was the man at that division at the time, Sergio Martinez, and you inherit his problems. Sergio Martinez was being gunned down by Triple G as well. So you inherit his problems because you stepped in, you know what I mean, and defeated him. It is what it is. Cotto's stripped. Canelo's still eligible for the belt. Will he fight Triple G? If he were to defeat Miguel Cotto, we don't know. So this fight to me is kind of going down the drain. The face-off was okay. You notice I didn't even do a review on it. No one really even requested it. Some people didn't even know it came on. The 24/7. Some people haven't even watched those. Other thing, Andre Ward was supposed to be on this card. Then now he's not. They're putting Rigondeaux, which is a good opponent or a good fighter, but it's last minute. So I don't really worry about him, but how is his opponent? I don't even know his opponent. Is his opponent have enough time to prepare properly? You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of getting strung along at the last minute, this whole fight. And I thought this was going to be a big mega fight. Oscar De La Hoya, I think, even went on record saying this could do $3 million. And the undercard's not that great. You know what I mean? You're really paying for the main event in this particular fight. So I thought they could have done a hell of a better job. Like, to me personally, this is me if I was in charge of Golden Boy. Instead of having a quadruple header in December, I would have made one of those fights like Josh Clottey versus Gabe Rosado on this card. Or I would have had Bryant Jennings versus King Kong on this card. That would have spruced up the card to me. Put Rigondeaux and one of them fights from the December 19th. Quadruple header. Instead of having a quadruple header, just have a triple header and move Bryant Jennings, King Kong, Luis Ortiz to the Canelo Cotto undercard. And then that makes more sense instead of having a quadruple header. So just kind of some poor execution, poor planning. There's still seats available. So I like the fight still, but anytime that an instance like someone getting stripped doesn't make weight, that's what they actually said. The WBC said this is basically what happens is the same scenario as if Cotto were to miss weight. It's where Canelo's eligible for the belt, but Cotto isn't, even if he wins. You know what I'm saying? So anytime that happens, I always get pissed off. Mikey Garcia, Adrian Broner. It's a shame for whatever reason, whether they're stripped or they miss weight or whatever. It lessens the fight, in my opinion, because when I want to see a fight, I want to see a fighter at their best, fully motivated. And who knows what your motivation is if you get stripped of a title. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm not even a champion. You know what I mean? That could take away your motivation. And even if you were to win, it could take away from your incentive and your reward. Like, I would feel much better knowing that I beat Canelo and I'm still the WBC champion. Now, he still has the other belts, but the most important, the green strap, you don't have because you weren't congruent and clear with your intentions. So they try to make a statement and pull the plug on him. Let me know what you guys think of Cotto being stripped. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.